Okay, I've showed you guys how to edit your macros on MyFitnessPal when you first get it. Now we are going to learn how to add food, add meals, track your calories, all of that, and I'm going to review the macros as well so that you guys have an all-in-one video with this video when you use this app. I'm going to remind you that you do not have to have the paid version. The paid version just makes it easy to scan a barcode on an item and automatically add it instead of having to look at it manually in the app. But I'm going to show you how it works. And if you have any questions, ask in the captions. All right, this is what it'll look like when you open it up. This is a day that has 0 food, 0 calories recorded. Now we're gonna go from top to bottom. Up here are the days you have recorded food. Here's your calories for the day. This is how many you've consumed. This is how many you have left. This is the carbs. So it shows that I have 99 carbs left. This is the fat, and this is the protein. That's just for me, not for you. These are all of the meals. I have mine from meal and snack 1 through 6. You can set this to breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, etc. This is how I choose to do it. Down here you have your water intake. I highly recommend you track that. You just add how many. Exercise and steps, I do not recommend you to add, because if you add or sync your Apple Watch, etc. with your exercise and your steps, then it's going to increase your calories here. And instead of 1,500 calories a day, it's going to say you have 18, 19, 20, 2,000 calories, because it's giving you more calories because you worked out. That means you won't be in a calorie deficit. So if you're trying to lose, you don't want to do that. Even if you're trying to maintain, this is your maintenance calories. So I would never sync these and make it think that I get more calories for the day. Then here is where you have your weight. You can log your current weight, etc. Here, you just add the plus sign, and you can adjust your current weight for the day. You can add a progress photo if you like. I highly recommend adding progress photos because sometimes you don't see it in the number on the scale, but it is nice to see your graph, and it doesn't always move down. I'm going to show you how to add food. You're going to log your food. This is the past things that I've logged, so I can choose from here if I want to. I eat tuna often. I eat the protein pasta. I eat Greek yogurt often. So those are all going to be in here. You can add from the past logged. You can also search for food. So for example, if I wanted to find safe catch tuna, this is reminding us we can edit our serving size. So these are all the different tunas. They make a specific one. They make different kinds. So it's very important to make sure you know which one you're using, because these are different calories, 110 calories, 70 calories, 120. That is why I suggest the paid version, because when you're using the paid version, you can just scan the barcode and that will give you the verified item. This means that it's not somebody that just entered all the macros in here. That is the brand actual guidelines. That is why this is the best thing to do. So all you do is, here's my can. All you do is scan the barcode. And there you see, it pulls up the exact tuna that I'm referring to. The wild yellowfin tuna. You might have to adjust the serving size here. So as you can see on this can, 1.5 servings per can. So if you're eating the entire can, you're gonna want to adjust this right here to 1.5. Now you see this reflected and you log it. And there you see my tuna. Another way you can log is by using the voice log. So you can talk to it, it'll search. You can also take a picture of a meal. I don't know how accurate that is. You can also do the quick add, and that means you just add your own macros. If you're just starting out, I wouldn't recommend that unless you're getting macros from a restaurant item. Another way to do it is add meals. These are all meals I've saved that I eat often. So for example, when I have my Safe Catch tuna right here, I have it with mayo, tuna, sriracha, and some seaweed. So this lets me add all of my ingredients in one if I add the meal. So if I want to add this meal, I just do this and it automatically adds that here. So I'll see that you see that my tuna is added twice. I'll delete it because I manually added it. So there is my meal for the day. Much easier. If you want to add a meal and you haven't saved your meal here yet, All you do is you add all of your ingredients. You log all of your ingredients just like they are here. Tuna, mayo, sriracha, and seaweed. And it lets you right here save it as a meal. Or you can go to another day and copy this to tomorrow or copy it from another day. So many different ways to add meals to your diary here. Now here, I wanted to show you a day of complete tracked meals for me. You'll see here, I have meals all throughout the day. And up here, you'll see I was pretty much at my calories, 1,630. I was pretty much actually well under my carbs. I'm usually over my fat, which means I might want to lower my carb percentage and increase my fat percentage. And I'm right on target with my protein. So when we're adjusting our macros, this one should always be 40 to 50%. These two can vary depending on what you like to eat most. So it's good to start tracking and then keep an eye on these three things. Let's move on to up here where I'm going to show you this area. This is where you're going to go and change your goals when it comes to your macros. I showed this more in depth in another video, but I'll go over it here. You want your current weight, you want your goal weight, and then for my activity level, I always keep it to what it says here, not very active, because I don't want it to add in any extra calories since I don't work out every single day. I want it to just give me the base calories for days that I might just do a light workout or a walk and keep it at that. Now here is where you go for your goals. When you first open this, it's going to have your carbs at 50%. You don't want that because if you have your carbs at 50%, it's going to be very carb heavy to gain weight. So you're going to want to tap this and then toggle it. My carbs are at 25, my protein's at 40, my fats are at 35. Since I want to eat more cheese and nuts, I'm going to increase my fat and I'm going to lower my carbs so that I'm at 100, and then I'm going to keep it like that. Make sure you save it. You can also do 40, 30, 30, but just make sure that protein does not drop below 40. This number you set based on your daily caloric value. I have a video on that. If you can't find it, please let me know. But that is the basics at MyFitnessPal. I will go over in more videos how to add meals, add recipes. I will also show you how to follow friends on here, but feel free to explore it and ask me any questions. This is a great app to use and a great way to get a good idea on your overall nutrition. Make sure you log every bite because even if you're just having a bite of something, you're going to want it in here to accurately represent your macros. A longer than usual video, but a great way to get an overall picture of your nutrition, figure out what you need more of, what you need less of, see if your calorie intake is on target, and a great way for me to see where we need to make changes to help you. So if you have any questions, as always, ask. I hope this video was helpful, and I look forward to helping you guys in the future.